WJCL News, working for you.
We are on the air at 11 with breaking news. Metro officers investigating another shooting. They tell us a man was shot on Roger Wood Street off Hampstead Avenue in Savannah. Looking live at the scene, officers tell us the shooting victim was rushed to the hospital. Detectives following up on leads as we speak. Right now, Hampstead Road is shut down. Officers say they expect to be out there the next few hours. We'll, of course, bring you any information as it becomes available. You can also look for updates online at WJCL.com. Now to our other top story tonight, newly released 911 tapes after a drowning July 4th. Good evening, I'm Kevin Holmes. Jennifer has the night off. We've been digging up details for weeks, hoping to get our hands on those 911 tapes. Today, we have them. The audio reveals panic, concern, and chaos as 4-year-old King Frazier drowned in a Godley Park neighborhood swimming pool. It's a WJCL investigation that has spanned for more than 3 weeks. We put in an open records request for the 911 tapes. As we reported, the first ambulance didn't get there for 16 minutes after the first 911 call was made. Now you can hear them for yourself. WJCL's Rob Macko working for you tonight with this exclusive story.
We've already told you how the Godley Park neighborhood is in the city of Savannah, but it has a Pooler mailing address. It caused confusion for some of the 911 callers. Emergency crews responded to 2 wrong locations.
Godley Park pool, we have a drowning victim.
What is it? What is the address?
Godley Park pool,
Godley
in
Park
Georgia. The kids can't breathe. We're doing CPR on them right now.
6 911 calls were made starting at 1:59 on the afternoon of July 4th. Many callers said they were in Pooler, but the Godley Park neighborhood is actually in the city of Savannah. 2 callers specifically mentioned the Highlands. Another said Pooler, but gave her correct address.
Hey, we are at Godley Park pool in Highlands, and we have a kid that fell in the pool and he is unconscious. What's the address? Godley Park pool, Highlands Boulevard.
Godley Park pool, there's a kid that just is drowned in the pool. They're doing CPR on him right now. Godley Park and Pooler.
Okay, do you know the address there?
I'll just give you my address, but we're at the pool.
We have an emergency. There's a little boy that just drowned at the pool in Godley Park, at the Godley Park pool. In Godley Park down the Highlands. He's not breathing right now, and they're doing CPR.
Okay, and yeah, we've got somebody else is calling it in. And so
Okay.
you're at the swimming pool at Godley Station. Give me 1 second. Hold 1 second now.
Yeah.
In 3 cases, dispatchers took the information and pulled up an address of 1000 Town Center Boulevard, which is in Pooler, about 5 miles away from the pool.
Hello, sir?
Okay, you're at 100 or 1000 Town Center Boulevard, correct? That's where it's at.
What's the address?
Off of that.
It's in Godley Park. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you all? Are you all
Godley
at,
Park subdivision in Pooler, Georgia.
is that 1000 Town Center Boulevard?
Yeah.
I'm in Godley Park pool in Pooler, Georgia, and there's a little boy that can't breathe. He was just pulled out of the pool. Okay, this is 1000 Town Center Boulevard. Yes, ma'am. Okay, do you know if he's breathing now? He's not breathing. Okay, is someone there doing CPR? They're doing CPR right now. Okay, all right, we got someone coming. Thank you, ma'am. All right, thank you. Thank you, bye-bye.
First responders went to the wrong place twice because of the confusion. Pooler fire crews were originally dispatched to the Town Center Boulevard area. One 911 call even went to Effingham County. While all of this was going on, people at the pool were doing CPR on 4-year-old King Frazier, who didn't make it. Neighbors also sent people to the Godley Park entrance and inside the neighborhood to direct emergency crews to the pool once they got there. A dispatcher called back one of the callers 7 minutes after the first 911 call was made. She said EMS couldn't find the pool and asked for better directions.
Our EMS cannot find where this child is. Can you give me a better address? Okay, I can tell you that my personal address, which is within this neighborhood, is Pooler, Georgia.
The woman goes on to tell the dispatcher how to get there off of Benton Boulevard.
Denton Street will end. It will dead end, and you will turn left onto Highlands Boulevard. It is not the first exit to your right. That is some condos. It is the second subdivision on your right-hand side.
As you just heard on the tapes, there was a lot of confusion that afternoon, confusion that added minutes to the response time. The first Metro police officer arrived at 2:10 p.m. and the first ambulance showed up at 2:15, 16 minutes after the first 911 call was made. Rob Macco, WJCL News, working for you.
It's my friend's husband.
What
His
is?
daughter was hit and he is hit.
Okay, so are you with the person that's injured right now?
Yes, there right now. He's still breathing. But the son.
Okay. Is he not breathing at all?
Very tough to listen to. New details on a plane crash that killed a Fort Stewart soldier and his daughter. It happened during a family beach outing Sunday in Venice, Florida. A plane made an emergency landing at the edge of the water. 36-year-old Sergeant First Class Omi Azari of Fort Stewart and his 9-year-old daughter Oceana were walking on the beach and they were hit by that plane. Now the pilot is speaking out about this deadly accident. Carl Kokomore's statement said he knew an emergency landing was imminent. He began looking for a safe place to land as the plane went down. Kokomore said he avoided another crowd of people when he flew over Dog Beach and steered back over the water for a minute before veering back over the land and putting the plane down on the beach in an area he thought was empty. Kokomore's pastor read his statement.
The plane hit the water to rest with nose down at water's edge. It was only after I landed and we exited the plane that I realized that there were people on the beach. I never saw them. I am deeply, deeply sorry.
Kokomore said he and his neighbor were flying for a short sightseeing trip. Today, WJCL's Ashley Lincoln talked with those who worked with Sergeant Omi Azari about the loss. She joins us now with this exclusive interview. Ashley, I'd imagine it's very tough and just emotional for those soldiers that knew him.
Very tough, very difficult for those who were close to him. Soldiers say the past few days have been rough, but what's helped them to get through are the memories of their friend.
He always came to work every day with a smile on his face. He always left work every day with a smile on his face, regardless of what happened during the day.
A man whose peers say he was a model soldier.
He was an outstanding leader, that he always enjoyed taking care of soldiers.
With a kind heart.
Extremely helpful, very positive, and always upbeat.
These are just a few of the many memories Lieutenant Colonel Boyle and Command Sergeant Major McRae have of Sergeant Omi Irizarry.
He always had a good outlook on life, no matter what the situation was.
Sergeant Irizarry was killed Sunday while vacationing with his family. He and his 9-year-old daughter, Oceana, were walking on the beach in Venice, Florida, when a small plane crashed into them, killing them both.
The soldier was family-oriented, and how he loved his family and how positive he was all the time.
Soldiers back on base couldn't believe it when they heard the news.
That Sergeant Irizarry had passed away, I just hoped that too was wrong.
Sergeant Irizarry was assigned to the Warrior Transition Battalion, a unit that helps wounded soldiers recover, a position his leaders say was well suited for his personality.
He always had a smile. That was the biggest thing about him.
They say Irizarry loved the outdoors, hunting and archery. But one of his bigger loves was the water.
He also enjoyed being around the ocean a lot. And if you look at his daughter's name, you can see how closely that was tied in.
Now these soldiers say they're coming together to support his family.
He will be sorely missed in this unit.
And Irizarry worked with the Warrior Transition Battalion since 2013, and he has been at Fort Stewart since 2010. And Kevin, as you can imagine, these next couple of weeks and months are going to be a struggle for those that knew him.
Very difficult, very heartbreaking, and just after his 9th wedding anniversary.
Yes, they were down there celebrating.
Wow. Thank you, Ashley. Following 2 weeks of violence on Savannah streets, some groups are now fighting back. From downtown associations to radio stations, they say something needs to be done. WJCL's Nick Notario uncovers new efforts to make the streets safer.
With 14 people shot in less than 2 weeks, now is the time, some Savannah groups say, to end the violence. And they're finding creative ways to do it.
Crime scenes, including this one on Savannah's east side from the weekend, are a sight some would like to see go away. But Savannah Downtown Business Association President Rule Joyner says this problem did not pop up overnight.
We've earned this, but it's time to take it back and it's time to fix it.
After a 2-week period in which more than a dozen were shot, Joyner says work's underway to ramp up efforts to get programs in place. They are Project Ceasefire and ShotSpotter. Ceasefire would get agencies working together with at-risk areas. ShotSpotter would put up devices that can precisely locate where gunfire occurs.
Another Savannah group is fighting back as well. The Downtown Neighborhood Association asked its members Wednesday to take part in next month's National Night Out by simply doing this, something it hopes will deter crime in the area.
It's not just associations.
That's right. This is the hottest golf station. Get ready.
This online radio station is using its platform to reach Savannah's youth.
I don't care if you're in the city office. You know, we got to come together. We have to do something. We all have to live here.
Next month, the Force Radio is holding a concert with a Stop the Violence campaign, a message the group hopes it will get across to young people.
If there's an option, then a young person can make that choice. But if in their community they don't have an option, then they're going to choose to do the wrong thing.
And the wrong thing is something community leaders say the city can no longer afford.
I think we're up for the task. I think that Savannah's better than this, and I think Savannah can beat it.
Police still looking for help to solve these violent crimes. So far, there's been only one arrest in connection with the 14 shootings. If you have any information, you can call police 912-234-2020. Again, it's 234-2020. Reporting in the studio, Nick Notario, WJCL News, working for you.
Switching gears now, Savannah Hilton Head International Airport officials, they aren't surprised to see the facility ranked as one of the most expensive in the country, but they say prices are moving in the right direction. Last night we told you how SAV was ranked 6th most expensive by the U.S. Department of Transportation. An average round-trip ticket during the beginning of 2014 cost $470, but this is $30 lower than last year, and with low-cost carrier JetBlue, officials expect the numbers only to keep going down.
We do feel like the competition has really helped. I check fares all the time. I just did some for Visit Savannah, and we see that they're lower.
The Transportation Department says the average round-trip ticket for all U.S. airports, $380. In case you're wondering, the most expensive airport is in Cincinnati. We all hate the long lines at TSA at the airport. Well, now is your chance to do something about it. The TSA is offering a total of $15,000 to those who come up with the best ways to shorten those lines. The agency wants ideas for better layouts of lines, taking into consideration changing flight schedules, peak hours, and TSA staffing. The top idea will receive $5,000, and the runners-up will receive $2,500. Still to come on WJCL News, we have more on why tourism numbers that is, at Fort Pulaski are going down.